Today in the Audio Hotline studio, we have the Audio-Technica ATR1200. Now, this is a very budget-friendly dynamic microphone that goes for $20 on Amazon and most other places. Today, we're going to go over everything about this microphone. We'll talk about some basic stuff, the specs, what comes with it when you buy it, and also, I will test it out and give you my review. Now, let's go ahead and press play on this intro so we can get to the good stuff. Welcome all audio nerds to the Audio Hotline. And if you aren't an audio nerd, you're also welcome. This time, I'll let it slide. As I stated before, this is the Audio-Technica ATR1200 dynamic microphone. As you can see right now, I am using a windscreen. I just wanted this audio at the beginning of the video to be good just in case this does have plosive issues or anything like that. But don't worry, I will be taking it off during testing and doing tests with and without it so you can see how it sounds. Today I am recording the ATR1200 into my Zoom H6 with the gain set at about 60%. You know, I actually do like reviewing inexpensive microphones. It can be a little bit difficult sometimes just because you can expect too much or too little, but I do like doing it because it helps a lot of people out in the sense that not everyone has a ton of money to spend. Everyone wants to get the best deal that they can, the best value for their money. So I really like trying out these inexpensive microphones, hoping to find a gem. The reason I decided to pick this microphone was because it's actually stated on their box that it's meant for podcasting. So essentially there are 4 microphones in this Audio-Technica line, the ATR 1500, 1300, 1200, this one, and the 1100. The 1500 is like a professional full range microphone. The 1300 is like a live performance recording microphone. The 1200, podcasting microphone. And the 1100's a piece of shit. That's what it says here. I'm just joking. It's a karaoke all-around use mic. AKA piece of shit. Real quick kind of side note, but this is the box that came with the microphone. And the picture on it, I kind of wish they didn't use this picture. Maybe you understand why. I'm just saying, out there in the webs, in the web worlds, the intranets, if someone were to Photoshop this, it could be bad. I'm just saying they might be setting this up for failure right here. I do feel like a Photoshopper would definitely not be able to resist the fact of putting something in his mouth. And by that I mean a dick. Well, now that I've talked some shit about the photo that comes on the outside of the box, let's go ahead and talk about what comes inside the box with the easily Photoshopped photo on it. When you purchase the ATR1200, you will get a mic clip that does not have a stand adapter in it, and there is in fact no stand adapter in this box. It comes with a desk stand that I am slightly confused about. I think I know how they want you to use it, and there will be some B-roll over this where I probably figured it out. This box also comes with a 3.5 to 6.3 millimeter adapter, and the reason it comes with that adapter is that this microphone has a permanently attached cable that on the other end of that cable has a 3.5 millimeter plug. On the other end of that permanently attached cable is in fact the ATR1200 dynamic microphone. Now, when it comes to the build quality of this microphone and the things that come with it, it's fine. It's definitely kind of underwhelming, even for $20, because there are some $20 microphones that you get some pretty sweet stuff with. Once again, I'm gonna mention it. I mention it all the time. I give it away in giveaways all the time. The Behringer XM8500 is such a solid feeling microphone. It comes with a plastic hard case, stand adapter, and a mic clip that's actually pretty nice. Now this microphone, on the other hand, the handle feels pretty plasticky. The grill itself is tough. I think it's built fine. The permanently attached cable I really don't like, because if the cable gets ruined, you don't have a microphone anymore. It doesn't bug me too bad that this is a 3.5 millimeter cable, just because I understand that some people want to maybe plug it into their phone, but I would much rather it be an XLR cable. The mic clip itself is definitely one of the cheapest mic clips I have ever came across. It's definitely not great, but hey, it seems to be holding the mic and working right now, so that's fine. This desk stand thing, built about the same as this. It's just like a plastic that, I mean, it's relatively hard, but I just don't see when I would ever use this. I just don't think this is a good solution for anyone. Now, one thing this microphone does have, which I'm a big fan of, is an on and off switch. I think that is just unless you accidentally leave it off and think it's on. That's why you always got to monitor your audio. And sometimes you'll think your microphone is broken, but in all reality, it's just turned off. I've been there. Well, now that we've talked about the basics and the things that come with this microphone, let's go ahead and nerd out and talk about the specs. The Audio-Technica ATR1200 is a dynamic microphone with a cardioid polar pattern. This mic has a frequency response of 80 Hz to 12 kHz, with a sensitivity of negative 59 decibels and an impedance of 500 ohms. Yeah, that's all of them. It was quick. There aren't too many specs that come with this. Well, now that we've gone over the basics and the specs, let's get to the important part, the sound. Let's go ahead and test this microphone out. If you just love that new microphone smell, you just can't get enough of it, so you want to get real close to the 1200, here's how it's going to sound. Maybe you're a big fan of the smell of windscreens, so you want to get real close, touch your facial hair up to it. Here's how it's going to sound. Now we're going to go with a plosive test next, but I just want to warn you guys, this could be painful. We'll see, but just warning. Peter Piper picked a patch of pickled peanuts. Peter Piper picked a patch of pickled peanuts. Now some plosives with the windscreen on. Peter Piper picked a patch of pickled peanuts. Peter Piper picked a patch of pickled peanuts. Now, if you talk directly into the front of the ATR1200, here's how it's going to sound. And if you talk into the side of this dynamic cardioid microphone, here's how it's going to sound. And if you talk into the back of the ATR1200, here's how it's going to sound. And in relation to polar pattern and background noise rejection, let's grab a keyboard. If you're going to use this microphone for its intended use of podcasting, or maybe you're going to be doing some YouTube gaming, whatever it is, banging on a keyboard behind it while you're getting your pod on, you're gaming, whatever it is, here's how the background noise rejection is. Maybe you're going to use this microphone on stage. Maybe you're going to use it for karaoke while you're eating teriyaki, if you know what I'm saying. But here's how the handling noise is, and this is bad. Not great. Now, if you are going to use this microphone for podcasting, here is how it could sound with just a little bit of post-processing on it, some EQ, some compression, a noise remover just to drop that noise floor a little bit when the compression raises it up a little bit, and possibly a de-esser. And also, if I do put EQ on this, I will put it up on the screen so you can see what I did. Well, now that we've gone through the basics, the specs, and we tested this microphone out, I'm going to go ahead and get to my review of the Audio-Technica ATR1200. When it comes down to $20 dynamic microphones now, there's actually quite a few options. And honestly, there are some pretty damn good microphones between $20 to $30. And that's one thing about reviewing these $20 dynamic microphones is that there are some microphones out there that have just impressed me a lot. So now my $20 standard is a lot higher than it ever would have been. If I would have gotten a microphone that was $20 way back in the day and it was just kind of bleh, I would have been like, oh yeah, it's $20, like obviously that makes sense. But now there have been some companies that have put out some actually good products for $20. I'm going to say it again, the XM8500, impressive microphone for $20. And I'm sure that right now you're like, well, hey, guy, dude, fella, is this one of those good $20 microphones? And to that, I would say, there actually are some very good features about this microphone. The background noise rejection was good. The noise floor level is actually pretty good. And I mean, the fact that you're only paying $20 has got to be a pro, but that's only if the product's worth $20. Now let's get to that real quick. Now, some of the things that aren't so good about it, I would say, are the plosives. The plosives are not good. Without this windscreen, it's pretty bad how much this grabs air. It's rough. I mean, you heard the plosive test. One other thing that I really did not like about this was how bad the handling noise was. Oh, handling noise was atrocious. This says it can be an instrument mic, but I wouldn't recommend it. It didn't grab much character from the guitar. It just kind of made it sound bleh. But the question does come into play, like, hey, if you're planning on doing some post-processing and making this microphone sound a little bit beefier and just a little bit more clarity and everything, like, maybe you could pull it off. And with the post-processing that I did, like, yeah, this sounded okay. You could get by with it, but there are definitely $20 microphones out there that I would absolutely recommend over this. But maybe my perception of $20 microphones has been thrown off because I really enjoyed the XM8500. The ISK ICDM has been on sale for $30 for a long time. that is a fantastic microphone. There are a ton of $20 to $30 microphones that I think are really good, and this one's just a little under that. It just doesn't have enough oomph, and it just doesn't have enough clarity, and it's not really flattering, and I feel like you'd have to do quite a bit of work in post to make this sound good. And honestly, I want the best sound that I can get right out of the box, and for $20, you'd think like, hey, this is probably fine. It's only $20. But there are just better options out there. I mean, it isn't complete trash. It's just not great. I really don't like that the cable is permanently attached to it. There's just some things that just aren't great about it. So I would personally say if you only have $20 to spend, this isn't where you should put your money. So the grade that I give the Audio-Technica ATR1200 is a C-. So given my grade, I can't really recommend this microphone, but it's nearly worth the money, and if you like it and you think it's going to work for you, if it's the sound you've been looking for, fantastic. It's just not for me. Thank you for watching this review of the Audio-Technica ATR1200. I really do appreciate it. Stay tuned for a lot more videos, a lot of other comparisons. I'm actually going to come out with some different episodes, a couple about plugins, a couple about microphone stands. It's going to be interesting. Hopefully it's going to be interesting. I'm just going to keep your expectations down here. So worst case, I'll just meet them. Best case, I'll like exceed them just by a little bit though. I don't want to be up here. Whoa. No. Right here. Just kidding. I'll try my hardest, always. Thank you to all of my subscribers. You guys are all fantastic. And thank you for watching the Audio Hotline. I'll see you audio nerds next time.